This is Reviewer Magazine, and we're here in the offices of Dino Palmiato, who is the owner of Club Expose here in San Diego. And I'm looking at this mounted bear. This is a fully taxidermied bear that Dino bagged in where in Alaska?
Petersburg, Alaska.
Petersburg, Alaska. With a 308, he said it was with a 308 rifle at 300 yards. So it was almost 1,000 feet, or roughly about 1,000 feet. And that was some Marine training, I guess, that he was saying that went into play. It was always a dream of Dino's to have a mounted bear in his office, and now he's got one. What was wrong with this? You said that the taxidermy. Oh, here's the girls. These are a couple of his girls. This is China, and this is Ecstasy. Say hi.
Hi.
And they changed for us. They're gonna be eye candy for our video, and you know where our minds are at, folks. But tell us a little bit about the bear again, Dino. You were saying you started to talk about the taxidermy guy. He didn't exactly do it the way you wanted. He
was actually shot differently. He had some grass in his mouth, believe it or not.
He had grass in his mouth, and he was up on his hind legs.
He had to put the fish in his mouth, so he changed the entire deal, but he came out nice.
The fish wasn't your idea?
No. I wanted it exactly how it was done.
Oh, man. That would bum me out. Oh, well. You gotta kind of roll with it. Sometimes things don't turn out the way you want. But you're making Club Expose exactly the way you want. I mean, that club is really starting to come along. You took it over how long ago?
Be 4 or 5 months ago.
Okay. And it's going to be a gentleman's lounge here in San Diego. I'm getting out my notes because I jotted down some things that he was telling me about. How it's got Italian style and New York flair.
Correct.
And you want to make it so it's got good food for one.
Definitely.
One of the better food bars in San Diego. I mean, strip clubs in San Diego. Tell me about the food.
We're going to do 4 cold sandwiches, 2 hot paninis, 3 different kinds of cheesecakes, cannolis with a full espresso bar. So a gentleman can come in, get a Pellegrino water, or he can get a cannoli and a cappuccino. But truly make it a gentleman's club.
Cool. And atmosphere-wise, what describe the things that make it a New York style club, or a New York feel, New York flair, New York feel to it, compared to some of the other clubs in San Diego.
It'll be really loungy. It'll be very relaxed, no stress, where the girls can actually come down and sit down and talk to you. You actually watch a performance where our girls aren't strippers; they're entertainers.
Mm-hmm.
And we've invested a lot of money into our lighting and our sound and our ambiance in the club, where you can just kind of come in and diffuse with today's society and just relax.
Those ideas that you had, I mean, I've seen the other club that you did on Miramar. That was a really successful club. You were doing bands there. That was one of the ideas that was kind of borrowed from you by the other strip clubs in San Diego. I think you were the first strip club owner in San Diego that did bands and had the girls dance to rock bands. Is that correct?
That is.
Did you have any? Was that tough to do? I mean, were people saying you can't do that?
You're right on the money with that. Everybody always has kind of bashed us from the beginning and then followed suit afterwards. We've always kind of pioneered the industry.
What else did you do that was new and innovative? VIP tables, real food?
Yeah, we had the first VIP lounge in San Diego, so we did the Velvet Lounge, where it was just a nice private atmosphere where the customers could still see the stage and enjoy the girls and kind of separate the social classes for the gentlemen who wanted to spend money and just relax and maybe just have dinner up there, versus the customers that just wanted to come in and maybe relax for 30-40 minutes and just get a couple of dances.
Do you have a dress code? Are you going to ever have a dress code in them?
No. The reason we won't is because of the fact that most business owners are there to relax. So if they want to wear shorts and flip-flops, that they can.
What about hookah?
We talked about that in the very beginning and put the word out that we'll have the first hookah bar here in San Diego. And the clubs have already followed suit while we're still building ours. So I've got to be very careful of the things that I discuss with you because the clubs will jump on it.
Okay, so, well, you heard it here, folks. So if you let something slip, we'll break the news here. We'll give you the scoop. Um, let's see. So the girls are entertainers, no strippers, and you were telling me that the industry is starting to feel more entitled than it should. That you want to bring back the entertainment side of it. Is that?
Yeah, when I first got into the business, I worked for the Deja Vu Corporation,
Okay.
and they taught me about showgirls and entertainment and gentlemen's clubs, and I think San Diego's lost that. And so we want to come back to the entertainment value of it and bring the shows back. And that's really what Expose is about. A good, relaxed environment with beautiful ladies.
I like the theme that you have going. I mean, the girls are really good looking. They're uniformly hot. Here's a couple of them right here, and the ambiance, the attitude, the atmosphere of the club is very kind of dark and smoky. You got the fog machine and stuff going, and I mean you're clearly a hardcore businessman. You don't have any kind of you don't fall down at all when it comes to like professionality. And when I look at the other clubs like in San Diego, there's like golf clubs and there's you know dance clubs like on Broadway and the other clubs in San Diego. I mean, you really have a kind of professional direction that you're going, but yet the club's got a very, what am I trying to say? It's got a very I mean, it just seems like a fun club from like the late 1980s, early 1990s, mid 90s. With the darkness and stuff, and the velvet walls and stuff, and the fog machine. Is that on purpose?
Yeah, it's a gentleman's club. That's what the industry used to be. I'm just bringing it back.
And are the other clubs following suit? Do you know of any other clubs that are starting to take those ideas and do that too?
There's pretty much every club in San Diego has talked about remodeling or different new ideas or different marketing strategies. So, again, I don't want to say too much, but we definitely lead the way.
Right on. How long were you in the Marines?
I did 6 years.
And what was your job? What MOSs did you have? You started to tell me when you were telling me about how you took the bear at 300 yards.
I did Marine Corps Security Forces for a bit, supply logistics, supply warehousing, and I was also an OSHA inspector. So I did quite a bit in the Marine Corps.
OSHA?
Yeah.
Okay. So you would make sure that people had the proper safety going on the job site and all that. Right on. Well, I really appreciate you opening up your office to Reviewer Magazine, Dino, and bringing a couple of really hot girls to be eye candy on the video, and hopefully we'll be able to do a lot of coverage. I guess we can't do unfortunately any nude stripping webcam action. Although I think these girls would be up for it. They seem like they'd be game. But there's a different there's laws involved and stuff, so we'd have to get a whole different permit for that. But yeah, we should definitely try to collaborate as much as possible. I think what you're doing here in San Diego with the clubs is very unique and all that. And do you have anything that you want to put out there as far as where the club's going to be going in the next few months? What the timeline is for Club Expose in Kearny Mesa? Like when the coffee will be put out there and stuff like that?
The food and the coffee, the espresso bar will be ready in the next couple of weeks. We're looking at completion from the outside to the inside remodeling within the next couple of months.
Okay, and this right now, this is the very beginning of April.
Correct. So probably by June, July at the latest, we should be done with the renovations.
Okay.
And so we welcome, hopefully you'll come back and do a follow-up, and we can do some photography in the club. And
That'd be great.
Yeah, give you the edge.
Awesome. And what we're going to do now is the girls and us are going to hop in your 4Runner. We're going to go back to the club and maybe do a walkthrough, show people what it looks like right now. Is that cool? All right, good. Why don't we do that?